Hello everyone, welcome to the session which is the continuation of Cartesian products and the different operations that we have performed on the sets. So here today what we will be discussing is something known as relations. Okay, so to know what is a relation in depth, first we will consider any two sets. Okay, we will take or let A and B be two sets. Okay, let us consider two sets by name A and B, and those two sets are non-empty, mean to say that those two sets A and B has some elements in them, right? Now we all know that if we have two sets or if we have a single set also, we can define a Cartesian product on it. So if I want to define a Cartesian product on this, how we represent a Cartesian product, it is A cross B, correct? A cross B. So A cross B is denoted as a Cartesian product of two non-empty sets A and B. So if I have the Cartesian product set A cross B, then if I am able to write a subset, of A cross B, then it is called as binary relation or just as called it as a relation. We can call it as binary relation or also simply call it as relation. So now subset, something known as subset. If I have the subset of A cross B, if I can derive the subset of A cross B, then we call it as binary relation or simply call it as a relation. So what is a subset now? For example, probably you should be knowing what is a subset by now. Still, if I have a set A which consists of some elements like 2, 4, 6, 8 and so, then if I can write a set B which consists of 2, 4, or if I can write a set C which consists of 6, 8, 2, these are the subsets of A. Why it is called as subsets of A? Because it contains the elements which are there in the set A also. So these are the subsets. Similarly, if I can write the subsets of the Cartesian product, that is A cross B, then that subset is called as a relation. Next, we represent relations by the letter R. We represent the relation by the letter R. Yeah. Now, if I call thus, if R is a relation, then relation defined on the same two sets A and B, then if A belongs to set A and B belongs to set B. What do we mean by this? What is A? What is B here? Now A is the element of set A and B is the element of set B. Then R is nothing but R is a relation defined on set A and B. So R is a set of ordered pairs. R is a set of ordered pairs where A comma B belongs to R. R is nothing but a relation. In turn, it is a set because we have already said that R is nothing but a subset of A cross B. So R is also internally a set which consists of ordered pairs A comma B where A belongs to set A and B belongs to set B. Okay. So R is a relation defined on set A and B, and the elements of R are nothing but the ordered pairs, since these are the elements of a Cartesian product also in turn. So R is nothing but a set consisting of ordered pairs A comma B. Now A comma B belongs to R. A comma B, that is ordered pair, belongs to R. We say that A is related to B. A is related to B by R. This is how we read this. This is how we read this A comma B belongs to R as A is related to B by R, and we denote it as A R B. We also denote this A comma B belongs to R as A R B, meaning to say that A is related to B over the relation or by the relation R. Like we have already discussed, we can write a Cartesian product on a single set also. For example, I have a set A. Now if I ask you to write a Cartesian product on this, we know that we can write A cross A, and it will be the ordered pairs where A also belongs to set A and even the element B also belong to set A itself. So similarly, we can have the relation, we can also have the relation defined on a single set. Okay, we can have a relation defined on the single set also. If for example, if I say R is a relation on A, then it is nothing but it is a subset of Cartesian product, that is writing A cross A. R is a relation on A, that is nothing but writing the Cartesian product A cross A. If I have a relation that is defined on a particular specific single set A, then we call it as R is a binary relation in this case. Okay, binary relation defined on A. Binary relation on A. Now let us consider this example. For better understanding, let us consider the example. I have set A here which has the elements 0, 1, 2, and the set B which has the elements 3, 4, 5, and let this R, whatever I have written here, let us treat this as a relation. This relation has 3 ordered pairs in it, which is by name or which is like 1, 3, 2, 4 and 2, 5. Now by the definition of the relation, we have said that R is a subset of A cross B. So let us see whether that is true in this case. Okay, whether this is a relation on set A and B. What are the order pairs of Cartesian product here, A cross B? It will be 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5. Similarly, I can have 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and 2, 3, 2, 4 and 2, 5. These are the ordered pairs which is in A cross B, that is elements of Cartesian product A cross B. Now identify whether I have 1, 3 in the given A cross B. Yes, I have 1, 3 here. What about 2, 4? 2, 4, yes, even the 2, 4 is there. What about 2, 5? Yes, 2, 5 is also there. So the given R is a subset of A cross B. Then we call this particular R as a relation that is defined on sets A and B. So with this, what we understand is R is a subset of A cross B and R is a relation that is defined on A cross B. Now we can write this given relation in the form of the diagram. We call this diagram as arrow diagrams. We use to map the elements between two sets. So let this particular oval here will represent a set A, and what about here it is set B. So I'll take the elements here. Let these dots represent the element of set A, 0, 1 and 2, and here 3, 4 and 5. Okay, 3, 4 and 5. Now here in the relation you can see that here element 1 of set A is related to element 3 of set B. So 1 is related to set 3. 1 is related to element 3 of set B. Similarly, 2 is related to 4. Similarly, 2 is related to 5. So this diagram is called as arrow diagram, and we call it as mappings between the two sets. Now consider another example where again I have two sets here, A and B, which has certain elements like 0, 1, -1, 2, -2, and I have two relations defined here. Let R1 be this and R to be the other given relation here. Now in order to identify, you need to know whether the very first and foremost condition is that R is a subset, that is relation is a subset of A cross B. You can just cross verify it orally here. 0, 2, yes, it is the ordered pair that could be in the 0, 2 is here, 1, 2 would be there, minus 1, 2 also would be there. So R1 is a subset of A cross B, that you can write it by yourself. So R1 is a relation on set A and B. Similarly, just check with the R2, 0, minus 2, yes, that is accepted. 1, minus 2, even that is accepted. Minus 1, minus 2, yes, even that is fine. So R2 is also a relation, is also a subset of A cross B. In turn, R2 is a subset of, R2 is a relation of defined on A and set B. Now, you can, if you observe this particular R1, first let us consider R1. Consider the R1. Can you read this or can you observe this? What is the relation between 0, 2, that is A, B? We have already said in the definition, that A is related to B by R. That is what the definition of relation stands as. A is related to element B by R. Now, this is a relation on certain things here. See, we know that R is a subset of A cross B. I have not taken all the elements of A cross B because there is a relation between these elements. 0 has a relation between some relation to 2. Similarly, 1 has some relation to 2. Minus 1 has the some relation to 2. So, if you observe, what could be the relation? Here you observe 0, 2, 1, 2, minus 1, 2. If you observe all the three pairs, ordered pairs in this given relation R1, then it is evident that the element A here in every ordered pair, the element A in every ordered pair is less than the element B in the same pair, correct? 0 is less than 2, 1 is less than 2, minus 1 is less than 2. So, the element A in every ordered pair is less than the element B in the same pair. So, R1 is read as A is lesser than B. A is lesser than B. Similarly, can we identify something in R2? R2 element of ordered pair A here, A here, A here in the three ordered pairs is greater than, just observe, 0 is greater than minus 2, 1 is greater than minus 2, similarly minus 1 is greater than minus 2. So, here R2 is read as A is greater than B. A is greater than B. Accepted? Yeah. Now, we can write the same relations with the help of arrow diagram also. We will try to write that. Let us consider this as A, this as B, and I have three elements here, 0, 1, minus 1. Similarly, I have two elements here, 2 and minus 2. Now, the relation R1, 0 is related to 2, 1 is related to 2 and minus 1 is related to 2. This is your R1. Okay, this is R1. Similarly, if I try to write the second set or the second relation R2, I have two sets here, 0, 1, minus 1 and two elements here in the set B, 2 and minus 2. This is your set A, this is set B. Here in the relation 2 you can find 0 related to minus 2, 1 related to minus 2 and similarly minus 1 related to minus 2. This is your R2, writing the arrow diagram for the given two relations. Now, moving on, if in case if I have two sets, set A and set B, and the size of the set A is M, the size of the set A is M, and similarly the size of set B is N. For example, we will take generalized form here. Set A is of size M and set B is of size N. Now find the number of relations on A and B. So how do we do this? How do I identify the number of relations that can be defined on set A and set B? So in order to do that, please recall the definition of the relations. Relation is nothing but it is a subset of A cross B. So for any given set A, for example, I will just take some particular set C which has some elements like 0, 2 and 4. So what is the size of this set C? It is 3. Okay. Then the total number of subsets, this definition you should be already knowing how to derive or how to identify the total number of subsets of any given set. So the size of the set C is 3. So the subset is given by 2 to the power of the size of the given set. Remember this definition, 2 to the power of the size of the given set. So by the definition of subsets, A cross B can have the subsets of 2 to the power of Mn, 2 to the power of Mn. Okay. So how many relations can it have? When A cross B can have the subsets of 2 to the power of Mn, relation is nothing but a subset of A cross B, then the total number of relations can be in turn 2 to the power of Mn, 2 to the power of Mn itself. For example, let us consider we have the set A of size 3. Okay, let us consider we have the set A of size 3 and set B of size 2. So now how do we identify the subsets here or the relation here? So use that particular thing here. We have written that 2 to the power of Mn. So it is 2 to the power of Mn, that is equal to 2 to the power of 3 into 2. So how much it will be? 2 to the power of 6 will be in turn equal to 64. Okay. So number of relations that can be derived on the given two sets, that is of size 3 and 2, will be 64 in turn. Moving ahead, consider another example here. Let A and B be the finite sets with the size of set B is equal to 3. What is given here? The size of set B is given, that is 3. If there are 4096 relations from A to B, then what is the size of set A? Okay. So from given, let us try to elucidate the given information from the problem. From given, the size of set B is 3 and we will consider this as n. And what is needed to identify? M is supposed to be identified. And what is 2 to the power of Mn? That is the total number of relations given, 4096. So keeping this, if I take and replace n by that, then it is 3m, that is equal to 4096. Accepted? 2 to the power of 3m is equal to 4096. That is the definition there. Then to solve this, taking log on both sides, if I write it as log 2 to the power of log 2 to base e 2 to the power of 3m is equal to log 4096. Then simplifying this, 3m is equal to 3m log 2e log of 4096, the base e. Now on simplifying this, 3m is equal to 4096 to the base e divided by log 2 to base e. On simplifying this, you will get 4096 to base e divided by log 2 to base e. The 3 is also brought up here. So the size of the m is equals to 4. The size of set A is equals to 4. Size of set A is equal to 4. Continuing, another example, let A is equal to certain number of elements in the set A and R be the relation defined on set A, defined by, please identify here the definition A comma B, that is the ordered pair, belongs to R if and only if A, the element A is a multiple of element B. Okay, A is the element, is a multiple of element B. Then it is asked to write down the relation R as a set of ordered pairs. Here the definition of the relation is given. You are supposed to write the set R or relation R as a set of ordered pairs. So by the given, how do we identify? By the given we identify the R is a set of ordered pairs where A is a multiple of B. Accepted? This is how the relation R is defined here. R is a set of ordered pairs where A is a multiple of B. So let us try to write the relation R. Now this is a relation R defined on the set A itself. So it is A cross A. It is A cross A. Now this relation R will be the subset of A cross A. So the element A will also be from the set A and element B will also be from the same set A. So keeping that in mind, so if I write 1 comma 1, then A is a multiple of B. 1 is a multiple of 1. Accepted. Similarly, 2 comma 1, 2 is a multiple of 1. 2 comma 2, 2 is a multiple of 2. Then the next it is 3 comma 1. Can anything multiply with the 3? No. So we can take 4 comma 1. Then it is 4 comma 2. 4 is a multiple of 2. Accepted. Similarly, 4 comma 4 is also accepted. Then when it comes to 6, it is 6 comma 1. 6 is a multiple of 2. 6 is also multiple of 3. 6 is not a multiple of 4. So 6 comma 3 comma 6 comma 6. So this is the relation R, which has the set in the form of set, which has the elements of ordered pairs of A cross A. Subset of A cross A is R and it has the ordered pairs like this. This is a subset of A cross A. So by with this, we'll be concluding the today's session, and the rest of the things would be continued in the next session. Thank you.